Stila Brain Rod is one of the largest games in Roblox's entire history. However, they recently did something that made a ton of people very mad and has resulted in something very dangerous to the future of this game. There's also been a ton of criticism coming from fans of the game, and today's video we'll be looking at it all and understanding why Stila Brain Rod is in trouble. But real quick, feel free to like this video and subscribe, it means the world to me, but either way, let's get right into it. Now, Stila Brain Rod recently was the second most played game in Roblox's entire history. It had over 21 million active players for a moment, and has rapidly gotten massive success, gaining over 18 billion visits in the few months that it has actually been released. The success of this game has been unprecedented and has often fluctuated between the second and third most popular game on Roblox at all times. However, very recently, the developers decided to do something pretty interesting. You see, for those who don't know, Fortnite actually has a thing similar to Roblox, which many people think they actually copied, which is a way that people can build their own games and let people play inside of their games and play on Fortnite a bunch of different player-created experiences. Now, while most of these are simple games like the pit or some sort of Fortnite based game mode, as Roblox has gotten massively popular and these other games on Roblox gotten so big, there's been a massive issue that just hit Stila Brain Rod. You see, when you search Brain Rot on Fortnite, you guys can see so many different games that are literally just blatantly copying Stila Brain Rod and other popular Roblox Brain Rot games. And it isn't even just this. I'm going to talk about it more in a second, but this is not an issue trapped to just Stila Brain Rod. But the thing is, you see, the Stila Brain Rod game on Fortnite recently passed over 400,000 players, which is a record for any player created experience on Fortnite in its entire history. This is a massive record by far, and this game is super huge. So many people were very angry, especially fans of the Stila Brain Rod game on Roblox, getting mad that it seemed like they copied it and stole all of the success and just re-released it on Fortnite. I mean, the game is literally branded very similarly and it's named Stila Brain Rod. But the thing is, as this got worse and worse, the owners of the Fortnite game announced that the Roblox game Stila Brain Rod gave them permission and allowed them to use that brand, and they're basically part owners in that as well. So this means that this is one of the first official examples of a Roblox game that's been on both on Roblox and on Fortnite and has also been extremely successful. However, this is really just the first day of this being a massive thing, and there's a lot of issues that may stem from this that I want to talk about. Even if the game is official on Fortnite, it still's pulling hundreds of thousands of players. You see, while the game is very popular and it is official and officially confirmed and allowed to use the Stila Brain Rod name, it's a very similar game, almost one-to-one the same experience, just reskinned to look different in Fortnite with a couple different things. But the thing is, I've been seeing a lot of people talking about the fact that the Fortnite one might actually be better than the Roblox one, and this brings a massive danger to Stila Brain Rod as a Roblox game itself, because many people are wondering if this game on Fortnite is going to steal the players from the actual Roblox game itself. Now, while there hasn't been that much of a change in players, looking at the chart of the game, you guys would notice that it bottomed out overnight at a much lower level than it had before. For the first time in over a week, the game went under 600,000 concurrent players. It's actually been a very long time since it's hit that level, and while it may be resorted to other things like people going into school or things like that, I don't think it's a coincidence that the player count has dropped a chunk on the same day that the Fortnite game gets the record amount of players. However, obviously, the developers are still making money, but the thing is, if the game dies on Roblox, who knows what's going to happen to it on Fortnite. But that isn't it. You see, Stila Brain Rod is starting to become boring. Here's the thing, there's only so much you can do in a game like Stila Brain Rod or Grow a Garden or even 99 Nights in a Forest. The three most popular games have not really changed much in their gameplay aspects. And the thing is, I never actually really expect Stila Brain Rod or Grow a Garden to ever fully die out. But in my opinion, Stila Brain Rod needs some pretty major changes to hold the players for the long term. For example, a game called Fall Guys was very popular a few years ago. It was the most popular game in the entire world, but it rapidly died out because it was the same game over and over and people got bored. While it was crazy for a couple weeks, it started to die really fast and people realized that it just ended up getting boring. Versus a different game like Minecraft, which has consistently pulled a ton of players for many years because it is a replayable game that can go way further and is shaped by the player. But the thing is, Stila Brain Rod being the exact same thing over and over and the only updates being new things like a mutation machine or new brain rots that come out, it puts the game in danger because people will start to eventually get bored if the game doesn't majorly change in the near future. Obviously, I'm not saying the game is boring, but when you play it over and over for a long time, over time you'll just get bored of something that's the exact same. To be honest, I think that 99 Nights in a Forest will be seeing this way more than Stila Brain Rod or Grow a Garden will in the near future. And this obviously isn't to say that 99 Nights is a bad game or anything, I'm just saying that I think the game will die out fairly soon. Maybe it won't die entirely and maybe they'll be able to keep it afloat with updates, but a while ago there was a game called Camping that was very popular and it basically took Roblox by storm, but then it just ended up dying out because it was the same game and people got bored of it because there wasn't really much new to do. I mean, to be honest, honest, how much further can you go in a game like 99 Nights where the only goal is to survive for as long as possible, but what do you do after you hit that 100 or 1,000 days? There's a reason why games like 99 Nights are popular for a couple weeks and then they die out or something, and that's just because people enjoy them for as long as they do, and then they get bored of him and they go on to something else. I'm not saying it's a bad game, and I'm not saying it's like not normal for this to happen. I'm just saying it's something that people should be aware of, especially as developers. But the thing is, Stila Brain Rod coming to Fortnite and doing all this stuff is not just something that only affects Stila Brain Rod. You see, it puts a lot of other major Roblox games in danger. For example, 99 Nights in a Forest is another one of the most popular games on the platform. It often is between 1 or 2 on the most played games on Roblox, and it is a pretty simple game concept where people want to survive in the forests for as long as they can, build up their base and things like that, and is honestly a very fun game. While it is obviously not a brand new original idea, it's packaged really well, it's made in a fun way, and it's done great to the point where it is massively successful. But the thing is, if you were to look on Fortnite and scroll through all the Fortnite games called 99 Nights in a Forest, you guys would quickly see how many copies of this game exist on Fortnite. And it isn't just this. Grow a Garden is copied on Fortnite. Any big game on Roblox you could name is likely copied on Fortnite in a much more bad, money-grabbing, cash grab type way. And so now anyone who makes the games on Fortnite has seen how successful the Stila Brain Rod copy on Fortnite has done. Now they'll be even more inspired to copy other large games. While the Stila Brain Rod one is official, the 99 Nights in a Forest one is not official. The Grow a Garden ones are not official. The Brookhaven ones are not official. And so it puts these games in dangerous points because they need to start worrying a lot more about copyright. They need to start, banning games, start like suing or like taking down any games they can and things like that. And it puts the games in a very dangerous position because many people think that Fortnite just does nothing about these copies of Roblox games because it helps Fortnite more than it damages them. Putting a fake 99 Nights in a Forest on Fortnite makes Fortnite more money, so why would they really want to ban it? So to be honest, I think in the near future we're going to see a lot of developers starting to make Fortnite versions of all of their Roblox games and then making them official and then being able to be like, this is the real one, don't play any of the others. Like, that's going to have to be the method that they're all going to do it eventually, unless for some reason Fortnite dies out or something, which I don't think is going to happen. Well, obviously Fortnite is way smaller than Roblox, it still is pulling hundreds of thousands of players. I mean, we literally saw Stila Brain Rot on Fortnite hit 400,000 players, while the Roblox game had just over like 3 or 4 times that at the exact same time. I mean, if it continues like this with more popular Roblox games, there'll be more and more popular Fortnite games that are copies of that. So who knows what exactly will happen from this. Please tell me what you guys think down below. I honestly think that Stila Brain Rot will survive for much longer because the developer is very smart and they know what they're doing, but it does put it in a risky position because if the devs don't play it right, it could very much so threaten the future of the game. All these things I mentioned. I actually really enjoy Stila Brain Rot as a game, so I hope that the developers play it right. They add some good updates that keep people from getting bored from the game and stuff like that, and overall I guess we'll just see how it goes. I also really hope that Fortnite does something to crack down on these copies of Roblox games, like maybe partners with Roblox or something like that, because honestly it's going to become to be a like copyright issue when like real companies have Roblox games that get copied on Fortnite. Like there might actually be like lawsuits involved and it could honestly get pretty crazy. Either way, that's going to be it. I hope you all have an amazing day and take care.